Hello everybody, I'm NerdyGuy, and this weekend I was in Gothenburg visiting my girlfriend, and I live about an hour with the train away, and on the train on the way back, something happened that reminded me about something that I've always wanted to make a video about. And that is, I like to travel. I mean, I love to travel by airplane. It's a really nice feeling to just soar through the sky. I don't know how fast. It's a pretty cool feeling. But I also hate to travel because I hate people so much. And it's made even worse in airplanes. But occasionally you get stupid people on trains too. For example, now I was sitting on the train, and two adult people were sitting behind me. An adult couple was sitting behind me, and they were chewing with their mouths open. They were adults, honestly, and they didn't understand that you're supposed to close your mouth when you chew. So they were sitting there like, both of them. And I was like, yeah, that's not annoying, okay. But I was like, okay, shut it out, just ignore them. And so, after a while, they stopped eating, and instead they started talking to each other. And honestly, I kind of preferred it when they were eating, because they were shouting in between each other. They were sitting next to each other, and they were shouting. So after a while, I was like, keep calm, don't do anything stupid. So, in order to get something to do, I took my Rubik's Cube, and I started solving it. And what happens? Well, I get an arm that taps me on the shoulder, saying, excuse me, that clicking noise from your cube is really loud. Do you have to do that right now? I turned around, I looked at her, and then I continued solving the cube like I wasn't listening. What the fuck is so wrong in your head that you don't even realize that, first of all, you're chewing like this, and you're talking so loudly that everybody in the entire train can hear you. But oh, no. The clicking noise from my cube, oh, that's so annoying. The only thing that kept me from shoving this down their throats is that if I did, I would have listened to them chew on it. God, I hate people. I mean, I've seen cases on the trains there, like these seats where you can fold down. There's two in each cart. And I was sitting on one of those because there were no other free seats. And on comes a lady with her huge fucking bag, and then she puts it in front of the other seats, turns towards me and goes, oh, excuse me, can I have that seat so I can keep a look at my bag? I'm like, you're covering one of the seats with your bag. And you're asking for my seat when there's no other free seat. No. But airplanes, like I said, airplanes are much worse. Because in airplanes, you're literally stuck with a bunch of people for a different amount of time depending on where you're flying. The worst flight in my life I had on my way to Turkey, I want to say 2011 or 2012. I can't remember. Anyways, while I was there, on that flight, my god, there were two families traveling together, and they did not have spaces close to each other. No. So they were sitting like with two rows in between them, spread out with a bunch of seats. And as soon as the flight was up in the air, the parents immediately started drinking, and the kids took their seatbelts up and started running around in the airplane, which is something you're not allowed to do. And when the stewardess told them, like, you're not allowed to run around here, especially not now, we're gonna run this cart up and down the aisle. And then they got pissed, like, oh, that's bad. This is an airplane, not a fucking park. But no, they were running around, they were shouting, and even as they sat down in the seats again, in order to communicate with each other, they were shouting front and back. And one of them needed to change his shoes, so he got up, standing in the aisle, started stomping around with his foot, trying to get his shoe correct. Because, God knows just using your hands to correct it, you can't do that. You have to stomp like a fucking, I don't know what. And then a little turbulence hit, and he lost his balance. So he grabbed a hold of my shoulder and fell over on my brother, who was sitting on the other side of the aisle, my stepbrother. And then he looked at us two like, oh, it was your fault that I fell over because I'm a fucking idiot. This went on for such a long time that I was considering murder. It felt that, they could arrest me as soon as we landed in Turkey. And I would be completely fine with that. I would be completely fine with spending the rest of my life in Turkish prison. Turkish prison. I would be fine with it. But, you know, God, I hated that family so much that if I saw them going on the same bus as us, heading towards the same hotel as us, then I would honestly get on a first flight back home. But then other times, like, I was on a night flight from Orlando to... Wait, was it Orlando? Yeah, it was Orlando. To New York. And there was 2 babies on that flight. 2! Screaming in tandem. As soon as one stopped, the other one began. And they kept doing this. And guess what? The mother sitting next to them, magazine. No fucks. You know, when a baby screams, a normal person tries to find out, why is my baby screaming? Can I do something about it? But no, fuck that. And every time, there's always a kid behind you kicking your seat. There's a fat guy right next to you who falls asleep, blocking the aisle so you can't go to the bathroom. And then there's a guy to your right sitting like this with his elbows like, yeah, a real man here. Woo! And in front of you, there's always a stupid fucking asshole who folds his seat backwards. Why can you even do that? There's not enough room to do it, so why the fuck can you do it? We already have, like, this much leg space. Oh, okay, now can you recline the seat. And I was like, oh, now you have this much leg space. I hope you have this thin legs. And then there's the table when you fold it downwards towards you. If they recline the seat, then you get whatever's on your table in your lap. It's really fun when you're having airplane food, and you're sitting there about to eat, and somebody's like, oh, now's a good time to climb my seat. And you get your food in your lap. You know, like, yeah, excuse me, you know, you're an idiot. And that's just stories that happened to me. I've heard tons and tons of stories on the internet. That's a lot of words. I've heard of people who had somebody sitting behind them, take their legs up and put them in between the chairs. And just thinking, oh, well, that's a normal thing to do. Or people sitting with the arms like this, blocking the TV screen when they're watching a movie. Or girls with, like, long hair who take their hair, pull it over the seat, and the same thing, just, like, blocks the screen. What the fuck is it with people in flying to make them completely lose their common sense? God damn it, I hate flying in an airplane. And I love the actual flying, but I hate flying because of all the fucking people who don't even know to be able to, they can't even spell the word common sense. Now I can spell shit. So, I mean, I wish I had a private jet. I would be so happy if I could just have a private jet, and I wouldn't have to fly with all these fucking idiots. So what do you think about this? Leave a comment to tell me, and also remember to rate this video, subscribe if you like my videos, look me up on Tumblr at NerdyGuyRanting.tumblr.com, and if you could do me a huge favor, then follow the link in the description and press this button on that I showed you on the screenshot, and vote for me in a competition that would allow me to become a movie reviewer during the summer, and I would get paid to watch movies. I would be so happy if I could win this. So please, all of my subscribers, vote for me. And if you already have voted for me, actually, I realized you can vote several times. I thought you could vote once a day, but my girlfriend found out, no, you can vote several times a day. She has no idea when to resets. So, I mean, I know it's a lot to ask, but please vote for me. Please, I will worship you if I win, please. And also, if I do win, I can actually give you some more content, because then I can make movie reviews to this channel too, for movies I saw. I have to make them for the official channel, but I can make extra reviews in English for this channel. So, I'm Nerdy Guy, and you just watched Nerdy Guy Rant.